What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Road to Summer Shredding. We are here at episode 13, which makes it 5 days out until show day. And I'm excited to say that because right now it is peak week, which for me means that the fun is just about to begin. Because one, not only do we fly out to Houston in the next couple days, but two, this is where the carb up happens, where food starts to increase again just to make sure I get filled out for the show. So I'm super excited to do that. But we are going to be doing another full day of eating video. This is going to be the final one for this prep. And game plan for this whole peak week. Today I'm going to be taking in a lot of carbs just to replicate what I'm going to do on the Thursday. So it's going to be the day before the show. So the way I have my macros set up, everything's gonna be pretty much in the same realm except my carbs. That's gonna be skyrocketing up to 300 grams of carbs. So that's what I'm gonna aim for and kind of shoot for. So the game plan with that is to get that all in today, and then tomorrow after my workout, try to see how everything kind of looks and to see if I need to adjust certain things. So depending on how I look tomorrow after I get a lift in, that's gonna dictate whether I kind of either manipulate the carbs, make it this, or keep it the same way. So I'm gonna be laying down the macros at the very bottom here. So with protein, I'm gonna be hitting around 170 to 180 grams. With carbs, like I said earlier, I'm gonna be shooting for the 300. Might be a little bit over, might be a little bit under, but that's gonna be in the realm that I'm gonna be aiming for. And the last one, fats, 40 to 45 grams of fats. I'm gonna try to again aim on the lower 40s just to make sure that I'm consistent with certain things. When it comes to the food choices that I'm gonna make, not much is gonna really change from what I'm doing. Again, it's just gonna be the carbs that are gonna be increased, which I'll show you in a bit. And also two, gonna be showing you another prep update, which is gonna be coming up in a bit. But yeah, stay tuned. Let's get this video started.
Right now.
Tell me who you are, get in the car.
Right now.
All right, so to kick off the day, I already had meal number one already because I've shown that so many times in the past, but I did record a clip of it of what I ate just for those that are just tuning in for the first time. I did make one slight adjustment when it came to the bread I used, so I'll show it to you right now. All right, so as you can see with the sandwich, the egg sandwich I usually make, the bread is a little bit different. Ended up going with a different low-calorie bun just because I ran out of the other ones that I had, the sprouted protein bread. So reason being is because I didn't want to buy two big things of two loaves of bread that I wouldn't be eating right away. So I opted for just a smaller packaging, lower calorie carb option for this. Everything else pretty much stayed the same. Have the yogurt, got the egg whites, I got a little bit of veggies, kind of start off the day. And for those that don't know, this is usually my pre-workout meal that kind of gets me going, keep me fueled up for the workout that I usually end up doing. But yeah, that's meal number one. I'll put up the macros right now. All right, so next up is gonna be the prep update. Now keep in mind, these two clips are gonna be a little bit spaced apart, meaning that it's gonna be a day apart. So this first one I'm going to show will be the weigh-in that I had this morning. And honestly, I'm kind of excited to say that because this is the last time I'll be weighing in for this prep. Usually after today, the work is done. There's no more reason to kind of like track your weight. Being it the last week, it's at least for myself, I feel like nothing magical is supposed to happen when it comes to peak week. The main goal is just to now carb up and kind of just make sure you're filled out for show day as best as possible. It also helps ease the stress too, so you don't have to be like worrying, oh, you should be at a certain weight. Now, it's gonna be a little bit different if you're maybe in a different class that requires a weight requirement or a weight cap. So like things like, I believe it's classic physique and like bodybuilding. Those guys, you probably still have to track your weight because they do have limits. But with men's physique, at least from what I know with the show and how shows are run, it's usually just height. So when it comes to weight, don't really have to worry about that anymore. But yeah, as you saw, that is my final weigh-in. So now for the physique update, which I'll show you right now. All right, so as you saw in that last clip, this was taken the day before. Now with how I feel with my physique, I feel pretty good about it. Even just watching this video, considering how the lighting is in this room, everything seems to be going as planned. Now, I need Now I know for myself that I need to work on posing. That's probably like the main thing moving forward. Just making sure all my poses are highlighting the best parts, and especially with my back pose, that's something I feel like I need to work on as well. But that's pretty much the game plan with that one. Gonna practice while I'm still here in Winnipeg, but also before the show as well in the days I'm in Houston. But overall, feeling really good, like where everything is going, and honestly can't wait to see the final result when it's all carved up and I'm good to go. So again, to recap with this whole peak week, now the way I have my schedule lined up, today will be the carb up day, the trial run, and then the following next 2 days I'm gonna reset back to the macros I've been using throughout this whole prep. So the carbs gonna go back down just to do a little bit of a reset, and then on Wednesday it's gonna go a little bit higher just to start up the filling out phase again, and then on Friday I'm gonna do exactly what I did today, or that what I'm gonna be doing today, unless I make some adjustments with the carbs if I don't react to it properly tomorrow. But yeah, that's gonna be kind of my game plan. Carb up today, reset the next 2 days, carb up just a tiny bit on the Wednesday, and Thursday fully carb up again, and then Friday it's pretty much game day. So okay, enough of that talk. I am back here at Walmart just to grab a few more things to help with the carb up process. But yeah, we're just gonna head in right away, and then I'll show you what I got. Alright, so as you guys just saw, nothing too super spectacular of what I got. Pretty much it's just the original Uncle Ben's jasmine rice. Now I do have more of the flavored versions at home. Reason being I opted for just the original one. It's for the sodium aspect of it. Even though my sodium has been very high during this whole prep, I know for a fact if I add 2 more of those flavored rices in my meals, my sodium will spike up, and not sure how that's gonna make my body react to retaining water and or with just water retention in general. So I just wanted to play it more on the safe side, keep it more clean with the extra carbs that I'll be adding into my diet. So with these ones, I know it's 0 sodium for sure, so it's basically just pure carbs at this point. I'll be implementing that later on in the day with a few of my meals, and we'll get into meal number 2 right away. Alright, so we are back at the house. Actually got a quick workout in just before heading here. Now we are at meal number 2, and I'm actually kind of keeping it simple the rest of the way when it comes to my meals. I'll explain a little bit later, but right now we are just gonna have it here weighed out already. Kind of disappeared though, but this is 150 grams of chicken breast, and then I'm utilizing one of the Uncle Ben's packets. So I'm using the vegetable medley for this meal. Again, looking at the back, if you want to check out the macros, really high in carbohydrates because that's what the goal is for today. Usually I have at least one of these throughout prep as one of my higher carb meals. But alright, so with these next few meals coming up after this, you'll notice that things are going to be very similar to one another. The reason being is because I'm taking into consideration the things that I'll be eating in Houston. I know when I get there, a lot of the items I'm going to be getting are going to be quick and easy to prepare. Now, I did get a room that has a kitchen as well, so I can make stuff if I want to. We'll see when I get there. I might play by ear, but I do have a rough idea of what foods I'm gonna get. So yeah, that's why I'm utilizing these Uncle Ben's packets to its full capabilities, because again, it only takes 2 minutes to make. So if you haven't tried it yet, highly recommend getting these packets. It's honestly a game changer. So, but yeah, I'm gonna prepare this meal real quick, and then I'll show you guys the end result. And before I combine them together, I do like to add this sauce that I got at my work. So this is the G Hughes sugar-free stir-fry sauce. Now I don't remember when we actually got this in like officially, but since trying this for the first time a couple weeks ago, it's definitely one of my go-tos now. For those that are wondering, it has a little bit of a soy sauce type flavor to it. Again, hence the name stir-fry. It has that Asian kind of concept to it, but yeah, I'm gonna drizzle that on the chicken a little bit, and then I'll add the rice, and then I'll put more of that sauce. I'm not gonna really weigh it out because I've just been eyeballing it throughout this whole prep. So I'm just gonna keep it consistent like that. So I'm just gonna take the sauce, throw it on there a little bit. Just like that. Take the rice. Put a little more. And then we're just gonna mix it up. Alright, so nothing super crazy with this meal. Again, we have the chicken, we got the rice, with the vegetable medley in there. But yeah, that's pretty much meal number 2. And in the next clip, I'll show you the macros right about now. Alright, so for meal number 3, we're going to keep it straightforward, just like the last one. So I do have here this Ben's jasmine rice that I bought earlier, so we're going to utilize that. And then I have a chicken breast patty that I normally use with my chicken burgers. Now, typically I would have this as a sandwich using my low carb bread, but did have to do a switch up for today just because the only downside with the low carb bread is that it's very high in fats as well. So if I implemented that, then my fats, or I would be overshooting my fats just by a little bit. So I didn't want to do that, kind of wanted to keep it on point. So that's why I swapped it out. So we have that. And then lastly, we have 100 grams of fish over here. This one is Bassa. And I did use an everything bagel seasoning just for flavor. Now, just to top this off, gonna be utilizing the stir fry sauce again. So but yeah, that's pretty much it for meal number 3. Like I said, very straightforward. Again, sticking to the script, not making it super complicated or anything like that. Anyways, here are the macros for meal number 3. Alright, so it's about 8:40 p.m. Now we are having our final meal of the day. So the way I kind of time my meals, I normally try to aim for around this time to have my last meal. In my past shows, I would have done it earlier, but it all kind of depends on when my show kind of starts. So with the one I'm doing now, this Friday, it's going to be a little bit later in the day. I believe my category doesn't start till 4:30 p.m. So I do have a lot of time to work with. So kind of my ideal goal when it comes to getting my last meal in is just to ensure that all the food I've intaken for the day has enough time to kind of digest, so I don't feel like bloated or anything like that the next day. So it's more so just giving you enough time for your body to digest all those foods and absorb it as best as possible, I should say. So with this one, with this final meal, kept it very, very simple. We have just honestly chicken and the last pack of the jasmine rice, along with the sauce again that I kind of drizzled on it and just mixed it up. So this one big thing of chicken and rice over here. Gonna down this real quick, and I'll put up the macros of it right now. So as you guys just saw, the total macros of this meal along with my total for the day. I actually have my phone right here just to check it. So for protein, we hit the mark at 179. Carbohydrates, we ended off at 299, or basically 300. And then for fats, we kept it low at 42 grams of fat. So these are the same kind of numbers I'm planning to hit on the Thursday. Again, tomorrow will dictate whether I adjust that or not. Yeah, this pretty much is the final meal of the day. Before I down this, I kind of want to just give some tips of like, if it's your first time competing or you're trying to coach yourself as well. When it comes to peak week and carving up, I kind of want to say, like, when it comes to choosing the foods that you should consume during peak week, honestly, don't try to change much from what you're already eating. So as you see with the meals that I am taking today. It's pretty much the foods I've been eating this whole prep through. Reason being is because your body's used to it and you don't want to be changing up to a totally different source you've never tried before. So yeah, you're not seeing me eat like potatoes, like yams, things like that, foods I've never implemented throughout this whole prep. So you want to give your body foods it's familiar with, so that it can not only digest it a little bit easier, it can absorb it a little bit more efficiently. So yeah, that's kind of one tip I kind of want to give y'all for those that are approaching peak week and kind of are wondering what foods to eat, what foods not to eat. That's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Before I kind of leave it off here, I do want to say that this is probably the last video I'll be uploading until I get back from Houston. When it comes to the content that I'm creating, I'll be filming throughout the whole week. I'm going to be grabbing as many clips, as many moments as I can, but I don't think I'll be able to hit the Monday mark just because I get back on the Monday, and while I'm at Houston, I don't have the necessities to kind of like upload videos while I'm there, and at the same time I do kind of want to enjoy the experience, the moment, kind of absorb everything. But I'll still be filming everything as much as possible, but the moment I get back, bet your ass that I'll be uploading as quickly as possible. I'm planning to upload all the content that I gathered pretty much that exact same week, so expect either back-to-back videos or one day apart videos. But yeah, that's kind of my game plan for the rest of the way. And I guess just to end it off, for those that have been watching this series since the beginning, just want to always thank you for your support. I truly appreciate it. Hopefully you can hit that 100 subscribers before I leave, but hope you guys enjoyed this full day of eating video. Honestly, it's kind of kicking in a little bit right now just to realize how close the show is getting, but more content to come. That said, see y'all in the next vid.